Hello and welcome, my name's Hannah and in today's video I'm going to be doing some speed reviews of things I have been trying out recently. I've got some high-end, some drugstore, we've also got a couple of bits from Sheglam as well, so sit back, relax and let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start with concealers because I bought loads of concealers this month and I have absolutely no idea why. But the first one I'm going to talk about is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This has been all over TikTok and they finally had it in stock at my local Superdrug, so I picked up the shade Fair. This is definitely a little bit too light for me, so I think I'm going to go out and pick up another shade. This is really nice. I had a lot of expectations because it has been trending so much on TikTok and I don't think it's my absolute favorite concealer, but it's nice. It's definitely hydrating under the eyes. It gives a light to medium coverage. It isn't going to ever give you a full coverage, but that's not the point. I think the whole point of this concealer is to wear it with a skin tint, to wear it on a no makeup day and have your face look very natural, radiant. I also picked up the L'Oreal Paris True Match concealer in the shade 1N, and this I really like. I'm wearing this one today and it has more coverage than the NYX Bear With Me. It is medium to a full coverage. You can definitely build it up. It blends out really nicely. It covers up dark circles really nicely and it has a really lovely natural skin finish and it just doesn't look like anything on the skin, which is great. So I've really been enjoying this one and I think out of all of the concealers I bought this month, this has been my favorite. Then I picked up the Maybelline New York Superstay Active Wear 30-hour concealer and this I got in the shade 10. This I don't like. This is a very thin texture. It doesn't have a huge amount of coverage and it doesn't really work with other products incredibly well. I was quite disappointed in this one and I have tried it a few times, but it just doesn't do enough for me. And also I hate this applicator. It is so thin, you don't get enough product out on the first go, so you have to keep dipping in and I just doesn't work for me. I didn't enjoy this one. And then finally on concealer, I picked up the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. I have tried this before, but I re-picked it up. I have the shades Ivory and Number One. Number One is too dark for me and Ivory is too light. So I mixed these together, which is not ideal. This is a really nice concealer. It does the job. It's got a really nice consistency. It covers everything up. Again, medium to full coverage concealer with a more natural finish. It's nice, because I have to mix both shades together, I haven't been reaching for it as much as the True Match concealer. And then, not really a concealer, I think this is the Bobbi Brown Dark Circle Under Eye Corrector. This is in the shade Light Bisque. I picked this up because I saw one on TikTok using it. That's why I pick everything up, let's be honest. It looks like that on the inside, and this has been amazing. This just adds a really nice light layer under your concealer. It cancels out your dark circles so that when you're putting the concealer on top, you're just making it go a lot further. Everything layers on top of it so nicely. This has been amazing and I've been using this so much since I got it. And moving on to a couple of base products. The first thing I have is the Maybelline New York Instant Anti-Age Perfector 4-in-1 Whipped Matte Makeup. This is in the shade Fair/Light. It's supposed to prime, powder, conceal, and be a BB cream. It definitely goes on very smoothly, blends out really well into your skin. It does have a matte finish. It evens out my skin tone to an extent, but I am much more of a glowy makeup person. But I think if you were really into that skin tint sort of vibe, but you had oilier skin or you preferred a matte finish but didn't want full coverage, you just wanted something that was going to even everything out and make your skin look a little bit more perfected, I think you'd really like this. For my skin type and my type of makeup that I like to do, this was not my favorite. Then I also have the Sheglam Skinfinite Hydrating Foundation in the shade Fair. This is medium coverage, designed to mimic the natural look of your skin with extra hydration. This is really nice actually, and it's so fancy. It was so inexpensive, but this is a glass bottle and it came in this little pouch in this little box. I have to say I've been really impressed with Sheglam makeup recently. Everything has been so nice, but the foundation is definitely medium coverage. I would say it's not a dewy foundation. It's more of a natural matte finish. In a lot of ways, it reminded me of the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation, in that it made my skin look like my skin, but wasn't too shiny, wasn't too glowy. And I've been really impressed with this one, actually. I have been enjoying it. Then finally on the complexion side, well, on the foundation side, I finally picked up the Wet n Wild tinted hydrator that everyone has been raving about, because they have been out of my shade, which is Fair, for so long. But this is so good. This is what I'm wearing on my face today, and it just gives you the most gorgeous, glowy, natural look. It is light coverage, but you can build it up to be a little bit more than that. It evens out the face. It is just stunning. I really enjoy this, and I can see this being an everyday staple for me. Another base product that I picked up was the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. This I got in the shade Fair 120N, and it's just a tiny bit too light for me, I think, but I use this mostly for under the eyes. I'm wearing this under the eyes today, and the shade works quite well for brightening. It definitely sets everything down. If you use a very light layer, it looks just gorgeous. It mattifies, but it doesn't overly mattify. I think if you put this all over the face in quite a thick layer, it would look quite cakey. But for the under the eyes, which is what I use these kind of powder foundations for, this is gorgeous and so inexpensive, and the shade range is really good for a powder foundation. I'm very impressed with this, so definitely worth picking up. Let's talk about a couple of other bits from Sheglam. I picked up 3 shades in the Sheglam Glowing Up Skin Sticks. I have the shades Next Dimension, Dreamer, and Wild Love, and these are stick blushes, cream blushes. I'll show you the shades that I have. So this is Next Dimension, nice orangey pink color. This is Dreamer, which is more of a mauve color. And this one is Wild Love, and this is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. Oh, I am mixing that with the top one. Okay, so I swatched it there and there because it accidentally went into this color here, but this is more of a straight pink color, and as I said, that's the one that I am wearing on my cheeks today. These are, again, really nice. They blend out really smoothly. They're not too pigmented, so you definitely can build them up to the level that you want. They stay in place quite nicely. I think I prefer my Jouer Blush and Bloom stick in terms of cream blush, but the Sheglam ones are still really nice. There's a gorgeous range of colors. They are so inexpensive, and they do look really lovely on the skin, and I have been enjoying them. And then finally from Sheglam, I picked up the Cosmic Crystal Mousse Highlighters in the shades Vanilla Sky and Moonbeam. I'm wearing Vanilla Sky on my face today. Let me swatch them on the back of my hand so you can see. So this is Vanilla Sky, and this is Moonbeam. Now these are really nice. I would say Moonbeam is more pigmented than Vanilla Sky, but I have really been enjoying Vanilla Sky on an everyday basis because it just makes the skin look wet almost, which you can kind of see on my face. They're a bit more subtle than other highlighters, but that just makes them really nice for every day. It means that you can be a little bit more heavy-handed with them and not go too overboard. And as I said, they just make the skin look really glowy and wet and natural, and I actually really like these shades. A really cool texture as well. Definitely powdery, but a little bit squishy as well. I don't know if you can see that. I actually quite like applying this with my finger and dabbing it onto the cheek, and I think you get a better colour payoff that way. So before we move on to lip stuff, I am quickly going to talk about these Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks, and these are from their Rose collection. So these are limited edition, but I did swatch a whole bunch of the Caviar Sticks in store, and these are exactly the same formula as their normal Caviar Sticks, so it's definitely worth checking out the standard range as well. These I have in the shade Striker Rose, which is what I have on my eyes today, and Bed of Roses, which is slightly more of a cooler toned pink. these are gorgeous. These glide on so smoothly. They have a really nice reflective sheen on the eyes, but they're definitely not too metallic. They are still really wearable. They blend out really easily. They're just incredibly easy to apply. They give you such a sophisticated eye look without any effort, and once they set down, they do not move all day. They are amazing. They have fantastic staying power, and they are really quite unique shades, I have to say. I've really liked these. The thing that I find with rose colored or rose themed makeup is quite a lot of the time it's far too cool tone, but these have got a little bit of warmth in them. They're very flattering shades, and as I said, the entire Caviar Stick range is amazing, and it has a wide variety of very wearable flattering colors. So these are worth checking out. If you have a specific eye shade that you like to wear all the time, every day, it's definitely worth the splurge on these because they are brilliant, amazing. And then finally onto lip stuff. So I have quite a bit here. Let me try and grab it. Crash, chaos. The first bit I picked up was the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk matte lipstick, which everyone loves, everyone talks about, and I bought it. So this is what I'm wearing on my lips right now, and I'll just swatch it on the back of my hand here for you. So as you can see, it's a nice nude shade. I thought with the Pillow Talk lipstick it would be much more pinky, sort of mauvey tone, but it definitely leans a little bit warmer than I was expecting, a little bit more orange in there. It looks gorgeous on the lips, don't get me wrong, and it is a really comfortable matte. It stays in place really well throughout the day, considering it's a traditional lipstick and not something like a liquid lipstick. But I think because it has been so hyped, I expected it to be the most perfect lipstick, the most perfect lip shade in the world. And although it is very nice, I think I was a little bit disappointed. This is the problem with overhyped products. You get them and you're like, this is gonna be the best thing that I ever had in my entire life, and it just did not live up to the hype for me. But it is really nice, and I have been using it a lot. And also I really like the shape of this lipstick. So you can see it's kind of almost like a rectangle, and this side here, this top bit, actually allows you to create a really gorgeous shape on the top of your Cupid's bow, and I actually really enjoy the shape of this. I might check out the rest of the matte lipstick line from Charlotte Tilbury because I love the formula of this, and I think I would like it in something that's a little bit of a different color. So stay tuned. I also picked up these Maybelline New York Ultimate Matte, I think they're called Ultimate Matte Lip Pencils. Lipsticks, I don't know. I will leave the exact name of these down in the description below, but I got 4 shades in these. I have the shades More Blush, which looks like this, More Rust, which looks like this, More Taupe, which looks like this, and More Scarlet, looks like this. And those are the shades that I picked up. These are really nice. I haven't been wearing them as much because they're quite bright shades for me, but the formula is really nice. It's a very comfortable matte. They go on really smoothly. The applicator's not my favorite, the actual shape of the stick, because it makes it very difficult to get a precise line, but you can definitely fix that with concealer, or pop this onto a lip brush just to make it a little bit cleaner. I also am really bad at using lip liner, so it would definitely be better with a lip liner. These, as I said, they're very comfortable, they're very smooth, they last a really long time, but they also aren't so locked in that they're going to last all day, which I prefer, because if they last all day, they tend to be quite drying. So I have been enjoying them. And then I also picked up 6 shades, don't judge me, in the L'Oreal Intense Volume Matte lipsticks, and I will show you the shades that I have. Shade 103, which is quite a light pink. Shade 640, which is more of a mauve color. 482, which again is a darker, slightly darker mauvey purple colour. Shade 602, which is more of a nude sort of shade. Shade 603, which is a darker brown nude. And 633, which is a little bit more of a brighter pink. So those are all the shades that I got, and very similar to Maybelline, these are incredibly comfortable on the lips. They last a really long time. They are matte, but they don't feel drying, and I prefer the shape of the stick on these ones because it's just a little bit thinner, a little bit more precise, so I can get a better shape with my lipstick, which is why I have 6 shades. And then finally, I have spoken about these before, but I picked up 2 new shades in the e.l.f. glossy lip stains because these are really, really nice. I have the shades Spicy Sienna and Power Mauve, which is a really, really hilarious pun. So this is Power Mauve and looks like this, and this is Spicy Sienna, which is more of a orangey red. These are both gorgeous. I will link below my video where I tried these out originally in the shades Pinkies Up and Basic Beige if you want to see how they apply on the lips, but they're really gorgeous. They leave a lovely glossy sheen behind, and as you can see on the back of my hand, they do leave a bit of a stain, which is great because as soon as the initial gloss wears off, you still have that really lovely color underneath. I am terrible at reapplying my lipstick throughout the day, so key thing for me is having something that lasts no matter what. So I really like these. I'm glad I have more shades. I will probably pick up more shades because I have a debilitating spending problem and I can't help it. Okay, so that is everything from me today. If you liked this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more videos from me, then please do hit the subscribe button down below if you want to. I hope you're having a fantastic day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.